Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough in Big Salmon Peak, just picking up exactly where we left off. I have just left the watchtower that was at the end of the last episode. Heading now, make sure I know where I'm going, walk that way I think. Heading now to tag a couple of tasks that the watchtower exposed and then loop around towards the garage and up the west side of the map, so heading north from the southwest corner of the map to grab 2 more watchtowers and identify any more road clearance tasks we have to do. There's something to do with opening up a second gateway into flooded foothills, and I'm assuming that's pretty important in terms of logistics. Oh, fuel carrier. That's nice. Nice way to start the episode. My favourite thing to do. Find some fuel. So let's see what this task is. Deliver a fuel carrier, I'm assuming. Would you like to make some money? Yeah, of course I would. I have a small hunting cabin in the mountains, but it needs heating and my old Jeep won't start. Could you take the tank there? $4,100. Yes, I could. Oh, I can't attach this because I'm in the wrong type of scout. But can I steal its fuel? Yes, I can. It's full. Nice. So, where does that need to go? So, okay, quite a way in. But I should drag this with me, I think. I'll put it on a rope and take it with me. I also want to head up. So the next thing I'm going to do is head up this trail, whatever this is, and find out what Warehouse in the Mountains is all about. And then we'll go down back to the gateway, into the garage, and leave this trailer here until I've redistributed the fuel. I've also got the maintenance trailer that we found in the last episode just left on a trail there, but it's close enough to the garage that I can just run up and pick it up and take it to the garage when I need it. So we found a bit of fuel. Nice. Happy with that. Stick it on a rope, take it with us. And we're going to head... So this is a fairly big road, and then it looks like it goes into a smaller trail. As always, thank you so much for the comments and feedback on recent episodes. Very much appreciated. It seems to be a nice reaction to the Pacific coming home. That's good to see. It is always on, but maybe a better ratio. Pull myself forward a little bit and then get that trailer back on a rope. It's where you find this little bit of mud underneath the snow that I think this struggles the most. I still like it overall as a scout. Maybe a lot less hassle if I wasn't trying to winch a trailer along. Because you probably wouldn't even notice it slowed down a little bit. You didn't have to caterpillar a trailer. But this is why I didn't bring the big maintenance trailer with 2,000 litres of fuel in it. Because this did look like a small off-road trail. There we go. That's the trailer in close enough. Let's see if I can get a bit of speed on up this snow. So it does better in snow than it does in mud. Maybe I should have a look at mud tyres. There's a couple of fairly steep, icy asphalt inclines that make me a bit reluctant to take the chains off. But there's a lot more mud and snow than there is icy road. So we'll see. Today, as I'm recording this, is the last day of my 2 weeks holiday that I previously mentioned. So 2 weeks of annual leave. Been more of a chill out holiday at home than a doing anything holiday. Fair bit of gaming, fair bit of working in the garden. Yeah, it's been a good relaxing break. Back to work tomorrow for me. What I haven't done is got another game on the channel, which is something that I said I wanted to do in the 2 weeks, but to be honest, I've got a little bit of option paralysis. There's so many games that I enjoy playing that I've been dabbling with several games and just haven't settled on one that I think would work best for the channel. Right, leave that trailer there, pick it up on the way out. Back her in and have a look at what this task is. Warehouse in the mountains, I think it's called. Engine off. Warehouse in the mountains. We have an unusual favour to ask. We're starting exploration in the mountains, but we have to keep our equipment somewhere. The easiest way is to use containers. Deliver containers to both camps. I've heard there are some empty containers along the railway tracks. Yeah, I've seen some of them on the sides. $7,500. Accept it. Track it. Let's have a look on the map. So they want cargo containers. So that's not a crafting job. Or is it a crafting job? So I can craft cargo containers. I'm not sure what the ingredients is. Or I can pick them up. There's only one there. So I bet that's going to be a metal rolls thing to make crafting containers maybe. Or pick some up along a railway line, because as they say, there's some that have probably been dropped on the ground. So I'll have to have a look. Hard mode, it doesn't show you everything that you could pick up. Okay, cool, that's fine. Leave that one there. Then I am going to pick a trailer up, down to the gateway. I may leave this trailer at the gateway because potentially I could take it back in to flooded foothills temporarily. That bridge is fine by the look of it. So the next thing after I get the trailer, I'll leave the trailer at the gateway and then I'm going to head up this road and look at getting to this watchtower, which to me looks like it's from the other side, from the north side. So drive around and get back in from that side. Yeah, that's the plan. I could do with deploying something with a fuel add-on so that this trailer and the other trailer that need to be delivered, I could siphon out some fuel into my own storage container and then complete the task, get the delivery done. Then I won't lose track of which trailer needs to go where, but if I deploy an add-on, if I deploy a vehicle here with fuel add-on, I would want to have it full, because I'm sure that I will run through more fuel than even what feels at the moment like a generous amount of fuel on this map. When you look at the amount of deliveries you have to do, I'm sure I'm going to run out. So I don't really want to deploy a fuel add-on here empty. So I will leave that trailer there for drive-bys. I'll take a little top up and then push on north. Wooden framing, yes. So wooden framing, that'll be useful for some of the road clearances. Right, let's just make sure I know where I'm going. Kind of looks like that is a ridge that could be driven. But I think what I'll do instead is I'll drive around and just have a look. So far there's always been a path that I just haven't seen from the original approach side. So rather than mountain climbing this time, I might try and do it the conventional way. Fairly substantial yard here of some sort. Some kind of loading zone. I'll have a look at that after I've got the watchtower, I think. Bunch of stuff to be put on a platform that's got a roof over it, so that might be one where the forklift is easier than a crane. Because the roof looks like it's there to block crane access. Bit sneaky. I'll have a look. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm following a trail. I don't actually know where it goes. But it's going up. I assume that's good in terms of reaching watchtowers. And you know, right, so okay, so we're pretty close to the watchtower, and I can also see building with a task, but let's just get up here and get the watchtower because that'll open everything up for us. And then we'll go in and see what that task is. Off the cliff and power line maintenance discovered. Cutscene. Daylight, lovely. That's a view of the garage by the look of it. Right, what did that show us? So off the cliff, that's another vehicle recovery of some sort. We got an upgrade. We haven't yet found the tunnel, I don't think. Power line management, that one. Interestingly, there's another road. We could have come straight to this. Apart from the fact I wanted to drop fuel at the gateway, I didn't want to haul fuel all this way, but you could have come from warehouse, basically, all the way trail to this watchtower. Not bad. So where is off the cliff? I think I need to come down and see what this is, and then probably make my way up here and find my way into this off the cliff. To tag that and then push north. Probably get that upgrade on the way to the next watchtower. And hopefully find the gateway in the process. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I nearly missed that. That would have been easy to miss. Right on top of the watchtower. What's this one then? This is off the cliff. Need your help. I was fishing off the rocks here. You know, fishing on top of a mountain. And I didn't see my car roll down into the lake. Now I can't get it out. But you could easily do it. Oh, thank you. $5,500. Track it. So, okay, there's a... Yeah, okay. So there is a lake of sorts here. Up in the mountain. But that's going to be pretty. Right, change of plan. Because we're here, so it'd be silly not to. I'm going to have a look at coming down here. Get onto what looks like a rock slab above the lake. Find out what this vehicle is and see if I can pull it out. Looks a bit like a Scout 800 type of thing. So let's just have a look. Oh, hello. That is quite rocky, mine, isn't it? Might get down there, but I don't know about getting back out again. Probably get back out over that brow. Alright, I'm going to go for it. Right, okay, so I have reached. I should have used camera mode and had a little bit of a scout of that, shouldn't I? with a drone effect, because I have reached what looked from above to be a rocky shelf, and there's a bit of a shelf, but there's even more of a cliff. Right, I've got to get back up. Because I think that was the wrong side to get down to this. Just a bit of security. I just realised and remembered I've used all of my repair points, so I need to get back to resupply zone as well at some point. Right, so okay, we're now... Let's grab this task, power line management. I'm still going to have a little look at that off cliff, because pretty much it's in the direction I wanted to go. Might delay me. So it's only $1,800. This must be an easy one. We need to do some planned maintenance on the tower. The trouble is it's located on a cliff, and there's no way we can drag our equipment there. We need someone who could lift the crate with the tools up the cliff. Again, it sounds like something they're trying to get you to use a forklift for, but except let's track it. Map. So we're going to find some tools, which are somewhere in this area. Service spare parts ×1. Yeah, I can't immediately see that, but I'm not in a cargo truck anyway. And then I need to find a way down to this car. So I think I'm going to go back up to the watchtower and look at trying to find the route down here to this car. It's not really in the direction I want to go, but I'm in this area with a truck that's capable, so why wouldn't I do it rather than wasting the fuel of going away and coming back with another truck? But in the meantime, okay, the cargo crate is right behind me. It's just ghosted because I was standing in its spawn area. So there's one. So I'm not in a vehicle to pick that up at the moment, which means I've got to come up here with a grad anyway. But I am going to look at this off the cliff recovery. Unless this is meant to be like a big crane recovery from the top of the cliff. And any ideas I've got of driving down to it are just crazy. Is this meant to be done off the top of this cliff? Literally crane it with a big crane. I wish I could see better. It is difficult to see, but I am brimming in confidence with this. Oh, did 42 points of suspension damage. Can't afford another one of them. That would take my suspension right out. I need to get back to that repair vehicle, that maintenance vehicle. Scout 800, looks like. I mean, I'm there. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it now that I'm here. How I'm gonna, what route I'm gonna use to drag it out, I'm not sure. Now that I've got my way in, kind of looks like there should be a route that would do that. But then that's just taking me up onto the cliff. Maybe I should be looking more to use gravity in my favor and take it down to the road and then haul it back up in whatever's going to come up and do this power line management. Probably the war on Grad. Maybe that's the better part of valor for this one. Whack a rope on it. It is a Scout 800, I think. Love the engine sound of this board. Let's get it on a fairly tight winch because I've got to get through some trees. So I want it to basically act as if it's an attached trailer. But I could be driving to a different cliff here. I have no idea what I'm driving towards. Uh-oh, what have I done? That should reach that tree, shouldn't it? That one will. So we can get the side onto that tree now. Yeah. That's better. That's a bit more reassuring. That onto there. You'll come with me, pal. And then basically I'm going to YOLO it. Try not to roll down the hill because I want to drive forward. And as soon as I'm past the smallish tree directly in my path, turn downhill so that I've got stability on my side. Because this is a little bit of a camber that I don't like. But that truck is going to get stuck on that tree. Knew it. But I'm stable, that's more important. Because now I'm fairly confident if I'm pointing down the hill, this thing's not going to go anywhere. So then I need to try and probably get a winch on first, because I need to get up there. I need to get a winch on the Scout, then get up a trail, drag the Scout free. Not like that. I mean, I'm asking a hell of a lot of it, but that's because I've become really confident with it. Okay, well, I want it off the back of my truck to there, because I want to pull it slightly uphill to get it loose of that tree. That's it, that'll do. Because now it'll follow me. Get that winch in tight. I don't know where I'm going still, but this is fun. I'm enjoying this. I mean, I know I've put it on its side a couple of times, but overall, for what I'm asking it to do, it's behaving in a very stable way. I just can't see where it is I'm actually trying to go. What am I doing? Where am I going? Here? Anybody know? I can see the garage. Well, there's a hell of a cliff between me and it. I'm not going that way. I'm now parked right on top of the Scout 800 that I'm supposed to be rescuing. Hello. What am I doing? Get myself past it. I know it's not pretty. I'm just not at the moment seeing a route. So I guarantee you this isn't the route that people will use when they do this. But what a vehicle. Just about trying to see if there's any gaps through these trees. It's pretty dense. Bashing myself to bits as well. Well, it's not pretty. I've got an Armco barrier to worry about here. But I'm also pretty sure this thing will bump over it. There's nothing in... Oh yes, there is. I said there's nothing in front to winch off, but there is. Bump this thing over. Actually, I'm going to leave that there. I know it's a bit ugly. I'm going to leave that there. Because... Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is not how you do that recovery. I thought gravity would help me. I didn't count on the terrain, but I still enjoyed myself. So that's now here, and I'm going to have to come up and pick up some cargo from this area anyway. So I'm going to do that in the grad with the crane on. And then therefore the grad can pick up the Scout, take it and deliver it. Easy peasy, don't have to worry about it for now. I let myself get quite bogged down with that. So what I'm going to do instead is, I think, come through here to this path, follow this trail, get myself up in this direction, and get to this upgrade, and then continue swinging around, still trying to find the gateway and any task related to unlocking the gateway, but more importantly, trying to get north to that watchtower, because that'll be the last watchtower of the region. which would be a nice achievement to get in this episode if I can do that. Probably off the cliff is meant to be done with a big crane. Just park it up at the watchtower and pick the thing up. But I had fun. Now I'm really tempted to not overthink this, sell those 2 forklifts, both of them, and buy myself a Bandit. Because selling those 2 would basically pay for a Bandit in full. And it's probably the top of my shopping list of trucks that I'd like to add. And I also think would be useful for this map. Very capable 2-slot runaround. Bit in high. More wooden planking. Right, is that a trail? Looks like it. It's got tracks. I'm going for it. That's where my waypoint says. Look at that sky. That orange sunset coming in, I guess, but yeah, the orange, ominous looking clouds almost looks like fire. Let's check. Okay, so I'm going to remove some of the waypoints until when I get to this waypoint. I now know stop and look for an upgrade if it's not immediately visible from the trail. We'll just follow the trail until I get to that 215 meter waypoint. That camber could catch you out in a big truck and roll you down the hill if you weren't careful. More wooden planks. So with the crafting locations, with the storage, and you can put wooden planks in the storage, as I found out in the last episode. Does that mean once they've been put in there, you could take them out again if you decided you needed them somewhere else? Right, let's get it into low. Just churning up the mud at the moment. It is kind of stubbornness that I'm sticking with scouting this in the Ford, because really something like the Grad with a crane picking up cargo as you went would maybe be better. But I said I was going to scout this region in this truck to give it a fair assessment. I already love it. I already think it's a brilliant scout. It's got certain weaknesses, like now the Tatarian would literally, you know, the Tatarian would be going faster, and that's just a fact. There it is. But for the things I'm asking it to do, this hasn't let me down at all, and I've been asking it to do some fairly crazy things, as you can see from that off the cliff thing. Let's get into this upgrade. Not sure what this one is. I haven't really looked at upgrades. I know there's a few Kolob ones. Engine off. Active suspension, so that's going to be useful for something. Question is it a useful truck? ANK Mark 38, which I have sold. That means I could have sold the active suspension, whereas now I can't. Oh well, I'm going to have one of those in stock that I can't sell. What's next? Push on, I may as well push on rather than coming back to the road. There's something here that's fairly substantial, isn't it? Or is that another deconstruct job? Is that a metal frame one? Push on anyway. Main fuel tank getting a bit low. Top it up out the roof when we need... how low is it? Yeah, it's alright for a minute. I might as well just top it up out the roof. To the utility first. The utility is now empty, but I've still got a full roof. So what's this trail do then? Is that the trail I was aiming for? I'm probably better off in virgin snow. Get myself out of the tracks, because the tracks are more where the mud pit trap is. I'm going to be following this trail there, but that's ultimately, that's my objective. Where's the other gateway then? Get to the watchtower and find out probably. Because it was ages ago that we saw a sign saying tunnel, and I don't think it meant the south tunnel because it was going in a different direction. Unless this is meant to be the trail to the other tunnel. I suppose the other tunnel could be a... Oh no, we saw it from the other side. I was going to say it could be a railway gateway, because like you had in Tamir. But we did see it from the other map. But it just looks like a road tunnel that we didn't have access to. Yeah, I thought lights were on, but they're not. It's coming into dark. Can't get anything to quick winch that's useful. Right, so there's a fork here. Let's just make sure that... so that's the gateway. You can tell... Pretty sure that'll be the gateway. And this fork goes down to metal beams deconstruction. But let's just push on because there's bound to be, I hope there's going to be a task related to unlocking this gateway. Yeah. Rockfall in the ravine. This ravine leads to the semi-flooded foothills, or used to be more precise. Now it's nothing but a heap of rocks. However, if you clear them, we won't have to take the detour to get there. Access to the gateway, $5,700. Thank you. Start tracking. And 2 wooden planks, 1 metal beam. So there's metal beams pretty much right there, I'm sure. And that looks like wooden planks. So get a vehicle here, grad or something, and that'll be a fairly easy one to do. Cool. And then watchtower is there. So I'm just going to head down this road. See what we got. Yeah, that's metal beams on the right. So there's going to be a climb up to this watchtower. The challenge is, where from? Got to get close enough to let the map show me. Try that, because I'm not going to go straight up there. I'm just trying to get close enough to see what the route might be. Maybe that path would have been better. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to turn around and take that path behind me. That looks like a more positive way to find something that heads up into that watchtower. I think this watchtower exposes the corner of the map as well. So it's kind of the limit of the map. Well, they're quite big maps, I think. I don't know what scale this game uses really. Some maps are quite small, but this one, both of these feel like fairly big maps. There's something there. That is wooden planks, confirmed. Can see them now. That's definitely wooden planks. I recognise it. Let's just turn off tracking of whatever it's tracking at the moment because it's a bit distracting. And then I'm now going to follow this route and see if this takes me up to the watchtower. Honestly, I'm loving this map so much. Easily my favourite map by far. I was a bit on the fence. I said it might be my favourite map before. Now this is easily my favourite map to drive around in a Scout. I may end up cursing it by the time I've done Cargo Apocalypse Cubed. But at the moment, I bloody love it. And I can see, you know, I'm driving around in a Scout, but these trails, these are good big truck trails. They just haven't done the trollish thing much, from what I can tell. Let's have a quick look what's in there. Some kind of task, we may as well tag it while we're here. Try not to knock his barbecue over. Didn't quite knock it. I gave it a kiss, I didn't knock it over. And you know, strange signal. How did you get here? In a Ford, mate. Never mind, my name is Carter, and I think you can help me. There is an abandoned radio tower nearby. Sometimes I receive a strange signal coming from it. Can you check out what's going on there? Dude, have you not watched Stranger Things? Don't mess with strange radio signals. $3,400. Start tracking it on the map. So the radio tower is back towards the middle of the map a bit. And now I can see the route up to the watchtower. Great. And that will be the corner of the map. Cool. Turn around. Still trying not to knock his barbecue over. Barbecues are sacred. Knocked his bin over though. Easy stuff. So one thing I will say is that most of this could have been scouted in a big truck. Didn't really need a Scout for most of this, but I have enjoyed driving the Ford around. That didn't show me anything new. Let's have a quick look at the cutscene in the dark. Not that enlightening, is it? Right, on the map. Look how bright that map is now. Just align it properly. So that is Big Salmon Peak. There's not that many fog of war areas to worry about coming in with the Scout exploration trailer. There may be stuff in this grey area, but I doubt it. So strange signal we already knew. Wood framing, metal framing we already knew. Gateway we already knew. Signal, nothing else in this corner. No upgrades unless they're outside radius. But no, I think that's pretty much got it. So the next thing to do is going to be to start moving stuff around to fix these roads. 6 lots of wooden planks and 1 metal beam clears all of the roads in this map, including access to the northern gateway. And then just out of interest, so there's a gateway down here to get into flooded foothills, and then there's a gateway right here. I'm just going to look at flooded foothills and see what the equivalent locations are. So that northern one takes you straight to the logging station. So any logging where you have to come into Big Salmon Peak, you obviously will want that northern gateway fixed first, rather than carting it all the way down and into there. You probably won't use it for much other than logging, I don't suppose. Okay, so looking at the length of the episode, I was going to wrap the episode here, but I've got time to do one more thing, and that is go and tag this radio tower. Let's do that. Let's not call it just yet. I mean, I could have made my editor's life easier by not having quite so much stuff to time lapse and cut. But at the same time, it probably would have just ended up being a shorter episode. And I think consistency is quite important. I know my episodes are a bit longer than some people. I think the sweet spot is probably 30 to 40 minutes for this type of content. And my episodes are all a bit longer than that. That's because I like, personally, to watch videos that are a little bit under an hour. It fits my personal daily routine. And and the only real benchmark, and other than feedback from you guys, and nobody's complaining about these episodes being too long, the only other kind of measure I have to go by is what would I enjoy watching. But I try to make videos that I would enjoy. That's running out of fuel, so now it's time to refill from the roof. So that'll fill me up and leave 45 litres in the roof / pickup. That'll be enough to get me back to the warehouse to refuel and resupply. No problem. That's a different warehouse. It says it's a warehouse. It isn't though, is it? Yeah, keep going. Seriously, what a truck. Doesn't even blink, does it? I was a bit worried when I put the Tune custom suspension on it that it might become a bit tippy. Not at all. No need to worry. Watch me tip it over now. Always the way when I say something like that. So is this my destination? Looks like that's quite a big old tree in my way. Will I climb over it? Yep, not as big as it looked. So that's the radio tower. Strange signal. Nothing special here, just an abandoned radio tower. However, the tyre tracks seem quite fresh. I'm telling you, stranger things. Something going on. Hear that? 373719. So there was a voice there with a very East European sounding accent to me, to my ears, reading out a series of numbers. I wonder if that's a strange signal. I didn't stay up here for that reason. I didn't know there was anything going to happen, but I just heard some numbers being read out. I wonder if those numbers are relevant. It'd be funny if there was something I needed those numbers for later. Tomb Raider style. Some kind of code that I have to unlock. Different type of game. I was just pondering whether or not to push on and do anything else, but I think I'm going to leave this episode here now. I keep getting interrupted. Yeah, I wonder how many people have worked out what that Morse code says. Probably spoilers about what's in Phase 8 or something. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll have a think about where to start, whether we start in Flooded Foothills or carry on with Big Salmon Peak in terms of getting tasks and contracts done. I want to get these roads done anyway and the gateway, so that's probably the first thing we'll do in the next episode. But I'll worry about that for next time. Hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.